Welcome to the Workshops podcast. The title of today's podcast is Why Losing Weight is Hard and How to Make it a Whole Lot Easier. Weight loss seems simple on paper: eat less, move more. But what if our bodies are actually working against us in ways that science is just starting to understand?
That's such an interesting perspective. What made you start looking into this?
Well, I came across some fascinating research about how sugar literally hijacks our brain chemistry, similar to addictive substances. It's not just about willpower. We're fighting against carefully engineered foods that trigger specific biological responses.
That actually explains a lot about why dieting feels so impossible sometimes.
Exactly. And here's what's really mind-blowing. Studies show that even healthy foods like yogurt and granola can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. The marketing has completely shaped our perception of what's actually good for weight loss.
So how do we know what actually works? Because I feel like nutrition advice changes every few years.
That's where the new science gets interesting. Research shows that everyone's gut biome responds differently to foods. What works for one person might cause weight gain in another. Modern testing can actually map your individual responses to different foods.
Oh wow, so it's really about personalization, rather than one-size-fits-all diets?
Precisely. And here's another surprising finding. Rapid weight loss often leads to more muscle loss than fat loss. When you lose muscle, your metabolism actually slows down, making it harder to keep losing weight.
That explains the frustrating plateau effect I've experienced. You know, where you're doing everything right, but the scale won't budge.
Right. And check this out. Studies show that muscle tissue burns up to 3 times more calories at rest than fat tissue. So when crash diets cause muscle loss, you're actually sabotaging your metabolism.
Well, that certainly changes how I think about those popular cleanse diets.
And here's something even more fascinating about metabolism. New research using 3D body composition scanning shows that successful weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's about maintaining a specific ratio of muscle to fat.
That's really different from the traditional approach of just counting calories.
Exactly. And speaking of calories, recent studies have shown that the timing of when we eat might be just as important as what we eat. The same meal eaten at different times can have completely different effects on our metabolism.
So what's the most effective approach based on all this new research?
The data points to 3 key factors: strength training to preserve muscle mass, personalized nutrition based on your individual gut biome, and patience. Studies show that people who lose weight slowly, about 1 to 2 pounds per week, are far more likely to keep it off long term.
That's actually really encouraging. It's not about finding some miracle solution, but understanding how our bodies actually work.
And here's the most important finding. Sustainable weight loss isn't about willpower or motivation. It's about working with your biology instead of against it. When you understand the science, you can make informed choices that actually support your goals.
This whole conversation has completely changed how I think about weight loss.
That's because we're finally moving beyond the oversimplified calories in, calories out model. The science shows it's a complex interaction between hormones, gut bacteria, muscle mass, and even our circadian rhythms. Understanding these connections is the key to sustainable change. We have arrived at the end of today's podcast. Visit theworkshops.com to get more information about our products, services, and therapies. You are welcome to visit us in person at our new location in West Midtown, Atlanta, Georgia. Register for the Workshops newsletter to receive state-of-the-art health and fitness news. The Workshops, where we upgrade your body using evidence, science, knowledge, and technology.